Every single day, you're losing battles no one else sees. Not because you're lazy, but because fear and procrastination are quietly stealing your life. But what if the answer has been hidden for over 2,000 years? You've got things to do, goals, dreams, plans. But somehow, the day slips away. You avoid the task. You scroll instead of starting. You overthink instead of acting. And all the while, there's a quiet voice whispering, "What if I fail?" Or worse, "What if I'm not good enough?" If that sounds familiar, you're not broken, you're just human. But the ancient Stoics knew this pattern well, and what they discovered can flip everything for you. In this video, we're diving into timeless Stoic strategies that will help you break free from the grip of fear and stop procrastinating, without needing hype, motivation, or another productivity hack. These are not abstract ideas. These are real tools used by warriors, emperors, and philosophers who face life or death moments, and won. So if you're tired of watching time pass by while fear holds the remote, stay with me, because today we're pulling the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus into the modern world, and showing you exactly how to use it to reclaim your time, your courage, and your peace. Procrastination isn't just about laziness, and fear, it's not always about danger. The Stoics believed both are rooted in something deeper, our judgments. According to Epictetus, it's not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Let that sink in. You're not avoiding the task because it's hard. You're avoiding it because of what you think it means. Failure, rejection, discomfort, judgment. Procrastination is often fear in disguise. Fear of not being perfect, fear of looking foolish, fear of not being enough. But here's the Stoic twist. Those fears aren't facts. They're stories we tell ourselves about the future, a future that doesn't exist yet. The Stoics taught that virtue, living with courage, wisdom, and discipline, is the antidote. Virtue gives us the strength to face the task, even when the fear whispers. It trains us to act not based on emotion, but on reason. So the next time you feel that resistance, when you're about to delay, scroll, or escape, ask yourself, is this fear rooted in truth or in a judgment I've made? That's the first crack in procrastination's armor, and it's where your power begins. Here's a hard truth the Stoics knew well. Most of our suffering isn't caused by the moment we're in. It's caused by our resistance to it. When we procrastinate, it's rarely because of what's in front of us. It's because we're haunted by yesterday's mistakes or paralyzed by tomorrow's fears. The Stoic remedy: acceptance. Not passive resignation, but courageous clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Why? Because the present is the only place where life actually happens. And when you live in the present, not replaying the past, not fearing the future, procrastination loses its grip. Fear becomes manageable, and action becomes possible. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of what you can't control so you can finally move on what you can. You accept the task in front of you. You accept that it might be hard. You accept that fear may come, and still, you act. That simple shift, from resistance to presence, reduces anxiety, quiets overthinking, and unlocks confidence. Because when you stop battling the moment, you can finally use it. Philosophy is useless if it stays on the page. The Stoics didn't just think, they acted. And when it comes to procrastination and fear, action is the cure. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." So let's hit this head on. Here are 3 Stoic techniques to snap out of paralysis and into motion. 1. Break it down. Marcus Aurelius didn't try to conquer Rome in a day. He broke down every duty into simple actions. What's the task right now? What's in front of me? If a project feels overwhelming, divide it. Take the first step, only the first. Action kills anxiety. Second practice, premeditatio malorum. That's Stoic for visualize the worst-case scenario. Ask yourself, what's the actual worst thing that could happen? Most of the time, it's not death, it's discomfort. And the moment you name the fear, it loses its power. 3. Focus on control. Epictetus taught that some things are up to us and some things are not. You don't control the outcome, but you do control the effort. You do control your attitude, and that's where your energy should live. Real-life example? Think of someone afraid to start a business. Fear of failure stops them, but a Stoic would say, break the fear into facts. What do you actually need to do today? One email, one phone call, one document. That's it. You don't defeat fear by thinking, you defeat it by moving. The key isn't to feel brave, it's to act while still afraid. That's Stoicism in action. So let's bring it all together. Procrastination and fear aren't your enemies, they're signals. They're reminders that you're human. But the Stoics gave us something powerful, a way to respond instead of react. Through acceptance, presence, and purposeful action, you don't just manage fear, you rise above it. You've seen how breaking tasks down, embracing discomfort, and focusing on what you can control can change everything. You've learned how Marcus, Seneca, and Epictetus faced far greater dangers and still moved forward with clarity and courage. Now it's your turn. Practice what you learned today. Start with one thing. Comment below and tell us, what fear will you face head-on today? Like this video if it helped you shift your mindset. Share it with someone who's stuck in a loop of avoidance. And if you're serious about transforming your mindset through Stoic wisdom, subscribe, because this is just the beginning. The ancient tools are here. The next move, it's yours.